Hello and welcome to Boston, Massachusetts, home to the Freedom Trail, the heart of the American Revolution, and we are here to find out who will end their season on a high note as champions of the Fenway Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the AAC, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So USF's offense takes the field. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
He'll do it himself. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Bulls want to crank the tempo. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I got to be honest, guys. I'm a little surprised by the coverage on that play. It's 3rd and short. You can't allow a hitch route to pick up the first down. You've got to have way tighter coverage than that.
Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Brown will throw it. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. And the Bulls will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Running it back, it's Haynes. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Orange offense will get its first chance now. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for a gap. It's Allen. He breaks a tackle.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. Handoff from the shotgun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Bulls are in the hurry-up. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up, get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Leaves it with the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. The sure hands, it's Simmons.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Brown wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He makes the connection. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll immediately call timeout. He'll set up to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Syracuse, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to escape and get it himself. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. To the air, it's McCord. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He lofts one down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, hard not to enjoy that incredibly historic town. What a fun time to be in Boston, and what a fun first half we've had in the Fenway Bowl. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the fellas for the conclusion of the Fenway Bowl.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Allen. Syracuse right back at it. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Pena. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Gets open down the middle. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Syracuse has a really nice drive going.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Second down coming up. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. They want to just keep throwing it. Got it in the middle, it's Allen.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We've got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Wants to throw. It's McCord. Makes his connection. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Syracuse right back at it.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Finds his man. It's Gadsden. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught near the sideline, it's Gadsden. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Brings up second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Oh, so close to paying off the tip. Really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Now on second down after the short completion. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. Back to throw, it's McCord. And it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
So that's going to do it.